Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to take you on a closer look at Wende Correctional Facility, located in Alden, New York. Wende is not just another prison. It is a maximum security facility with a reputation that precedes it, both for the caliber of inmates it houses and for the programs it has developed to manage security and mental health. Wende Correctional Facility, located in Alden, New York, stands as a prominent example of a maximum security prison, a place designed to house some of the most challenging and high-profile inmates in the state. The term maximum security itself conveys a sense of intensity, rigor, and control, and Wende embodies all these aspects in its daily operations. Unlike minimum or medium security facilities, where inmates may have more freedom of movement and access to community programs, maximum security prisons are constructed to maintain a highly controlled environment, minimizing risk to both staff and inmates. At Wende, this level of security is not simply a physical measure. It is a complex system of procedures, personnel, and infrastructure designed to maintain constant vigilance and prevent incidents before they occur. The architecture and layout of Wende Correctional Facility are reflective of its security priorities. Multiple layers of fencing, high walls, reinforced gates, and electronic monitoring systems create a controlled perimeter that is difficult to breach. Surveillance cameras cover nearly every inch of the facility, and motion sensors, alarm systems, and controlled entry points ensure that movements are tracked meticulously. Within these walls, inmates are under continuous supervision, with correctional officers strategically stationed in key locations to observe activity, manage interactions, and respond to emergencies with efficiency and precision. The physical design of the prison is integrated with its operational strategies, creating an environment where safety and order are maintained at all times. However, the essence of maximum security is not only in the hardware and infrastructure, it is in the people who operate the facility. The staff at Wende, particularly correctional officers, undergo extensive training to handle a wide variety of situations that may arise with high-risk inmates. This includes managing violent behaviors, preventing conflicts between inmates, and responding to emergencies ranging from medical crises to attempted escapes. Officers are trained in crisis intervention, de-escalation techniques, and tactical response, ensuring that they can act swiftly while minimizing harm. The human element is crucial because no security system, no matter how sophisticated, can function effectively without vigilant, skilled personnel who can interpret situations, make rapid decisions, and maintain authority without escalating tensions unnecessarily. The inmate population at Wende further defines the facility's maximum security nature. Housing individuals who have been convicted of serious crimes, including violent offenses, organized crime involvement, and high-profile federal cases, the facility must contend with personalities and behaviors that demand constant attention. These inmates often present complex challenges, including psychological issues, histories of aggression, and attempts to manipulate or disrupt the system. Managing such a population requires a combination of strict rules, close monitoring, and individualized approaches that recognize the unique risks each inmate presents. Wende's policies and procedures reflect this balance, creating an environment that is simultaneously secure, structured, and responsive to the dynamics of its inmate population. One of the defining aspects of maximum security operations at Wende is the focus on risk assessment and management. Every inmate entering the facility undergoes a thorough evaluation to determine their security classification, mental health status, behavioral tendencies, and potential for violence. These assessments guide decisions about cell placement, movement within the facility, and participation in programs or activities. High-risk inmates may be subject to more stringent supervision, limited interaction with others, and tailored security measures, while inmates assessed as lower risk may have slightly more opportunities for movement or engagement under controlled conditions. This individualized approach ensures that resources are deployed efficiently and that the safety of both staff and inmates is prioritized without compromising the integrity of the facility's security system. In addition to the physical and procedural elements, Wende's maximum security designation also influences the daily routines and lifestyle of inmates. Life in a maximum security prison is highly regimented, with strict schedules dictating every aspect of an inmate's day, from wake-up calls and meals to work assignments, educational programs, and recreational activities. This level of structure is not arbitrary, it serves multiple purposes. First, it minimizes opportunities for disorder by keeping inmates occupied under supervision. Second, it fosters predictability, which can reduce tension and conflict. Third, it reinforces accountability, discipline, and adherence to rules, all of which are critical in an environment where the potential for violence and disruption is ever present. Despite the intensity of maximum security operations, Wende also demonstrates a level of sophistication in balancing strict security with humane treatment. The facility recognizes that safety and order are most effectively maintained when inmates are not only contained but also monitored for mental health and behavioral issues. Correctional staff work closely with counselors, psychologists, and healthcare professionals to ensure that the environment remains safe without becoming unnecessarily punitive or dehumanizing. By integrating security with care, Wende exemplifies a modern approach to maximum security incarceration, one that is rigorous and controlled, yet cognizant of the human complexities inherent in managing a high-risk population. In summary, Wende Correctional Facility's status as a maximum security prison is evident in every aspect of its operations, from its reinforced architecture and advanced surveillance systems to its highly trained personnel and rigorous routines. The facility's design, procedures, and culture all serve the central purpose of maintaining safety and order while managing some of the most challenging inmates in New York State. Maximum security at Wende is not simply about confinement. It is about creating a controlled, structured environment where risks are managed proactively, staff are prepared for any scenario, and the complex needs of high-profile inmates are addressed with precision and professionalism. In this way, Wende embodies the full meaning of maximum security, balancing vigilance with management, control with care, and discipline with attention to human behavior. One of the defining characteristics of Wende Correctional Facility is its reputation for housing high-profile inmates. This distinction sets it apart from other correctional institutions, as managing high-profile prisoners requires a level of security, discretion, and operational sophistication far beyond that of a typical prison environment. High-profile inmates are individuals whose cases attract public attention due to the nature of their crimes, their societal status, or the legal complexities surrounding their convictions. They may include former public officials, notorious criminals, or individuals involved in high-stakes criminal enterprises. The very presence of such inmates brings both logistical challenges and heightened scrutiny to the facility, demanding meticulous planning and flawless execution in day-to-day operations. Managing high-profile inmates is not simply a matter of containment. These individuals often bring unique behavioral and psychological challenges. Some may be highly intelligent, manipulative, or adept at exploiting weaknesses within a prison system. Others may struggle with the pressures of notoriety, experiencing heightened anxiety, paranoia, or mental health issues that require specialized attention. At Wende, correctional officers and staff are trained to understand and respond to these dynamics, ensuring that every interaction is conducted with caution, awareness, and professional expertise. Officers must balance firmness with tact, enforcing rules consistently while remaining alert to subtle cues that may indicate a potential threat or security breach. The security considerations for high-profile inmates are extensive. In some cases, these inmates may require isolation or limited contact with the general population to prevent conflicts, exploitation, or coercion. High-profile prisoners may also face risks from outside sources, such as media attention, public curiosity, or even threats from other criminal organizations. Wende addresses these risks through a combination of physical security measures and procedural safeguards. Controlled visitation policies, monitored communication systems, and carefully regulated movement within the facility ensure that these inmates are protected, while also maintaining the integrity of the prison's security protocols. High-profile inmates often attract attention beyond the prison walls. Media scrutiny, public interest, and legal advocacy can complicate standard correctional operations. Wende staff are trained to manage these external pressures with professionalism and discretion. Information is carefully controlled, and communication with outside parties is monitored to prevent interference with security or the safety of staff and other inmates. This creates an environment where the prison can operate efficiently and securely, even under the glare of public attention. Moreover, housing high-profile inmates requires specialized programs and support systems. Wende recognizes that these individuals are not only prisoners but also human beings with complex psychological, emotional, and social needs. Mental health professionals, counselors, and educational staff work in tandem with security personnel to address the unique needs of these inmates. Programs may include individual counseling, stress management workshops, vocational training, and opportunities for educational advancement. While security remains the top priority, Wende's approach reflects an understanding that rehabilitation and care are essential components of effective correctional management, even for high-profile prisoners. The impact of housing high-profile inmates extends to the staff as well. Officers and administrators at Wende must maintain high levels of vigilance, professionalism, and ethical standards, as mistakes or lapses could have serious consequences for the facility's reputation, public perception, and operational safety. Staff must remain impartial and consistent, treating every inmate according to established rules and protocols while navigating the complexities of public attention and high-stakes management. This creates a culture of excellence, discipline, and accountability that permeates the entire institution. Additionally, the presence of high-profile inmates has implications for the broader correctional system. Wende often serves as a model for best practices in handling complex inmate populations, demonstrating how rigorous security, careful planning, and structured programs can coexist with the demands of rehabilitation and mental health care. The lessons learned from managing these inmates contribute to policy development, staff training, and procedural improvements that benefit correctional institutions across New York State. It is also important to note the human dimension of housing high-profile inmates. While their cases may be sensationalized in the media, Wende's staff are trained to approach each individual with professionalism and humanity. Balancing security with respect, discipline with fairness, and control with care is essential to maintaining order and ensuring that every inmate is treated within the bounds of the law and ethical correctional standards. This nuanced approach ensures that even in the context of high-profile incarceration, Wende upholds its commitment to safety, order, and humane treatment. In conclusion, Wende Correctional Facility's distinction as a home for high-profile inmates is a reflection of its advanced operational capabilities, trained personnel, and comprehensive management strategies. The facility successfully navigates the unique challenges posed by high-profile prisoners, integrating strict security measures with specialized programs, mental health support, and ethical management practices. Housing such inmates is not simply about containment. It is about maintaining a secure environment while addressing complex human behaviors, media scrutiny, and public interest. Wende's ability to manage this delicate balance underscores its reputation as a maximum security institution that operates at the highest levels of professionalism, vigilance, and care. One of the most notable aspects of Wende Correctional Facility is its commitment to integrating strong mental health programs alongside rigorous security measures. While maximum security prisons are often associated solely with confinement, strict rules, and control, Wende demonstrates that addressing the psychological well-being of inmates is just as essential to maintaining order and safety. In fact, the facility's approach recognizes that mental health care and security are not mutually exclusive. Rather, they complement each other in creating a stable, controlled environment capable of managing a complex inmate population. The mental health programs at Wende are designed to identify, assess, and treat a wide range of psychological conditions. Many inmates arrive at the facility carrying histories of trauma, substance abuse, depression, anxiety, or more severe mental illnesses. Without proper support, these conditions can escalate into disruptive or violent behavior, jeopardizing the safety of both staff and other inmates. Wende addresses these challenges through comprehensive intake assessments, ongoing evaluations, and individualized treatment plans. Mental health professionals, including psychologists, psychiatrists, and social workers, play an active role in monitoring inmates, providing therapy and coordinating interventions to prevent crises before they occur. One of the key components of Wende's mental health strategy is early intervention. Upon entering the facility, inmates undergo thorough psychological evaluations designed to identify mental health needs and potential risk factors. These assessments inform decisions regarding housing placement, security level assignment, and program participation. By identifying vulnerabilities early, Wende is able to proactively address issues that might otherwise escalate into behavioral problems or conflicts. This approach not only enhances safety but also reflects a commitment to rehabilitative care, acknowledging that mental health treatment can reduce recidivism and improve the overall outcomes for inmates. Wende's mental health programs are multifaceted, offering a combination of individual therapy, group sessions, educational workshops, and structured activities that promote emotional regulation and coping skills. Group programs, for example, focus on anger management, stress reduction, social interaction skills, and conflict resolution, providing inmates with tools to navigate the challenging environment of a maximum security prison. Individual counseling sessions allow for a more personalized approach, addressing specific psychological conditions, past trauma, and ongoing behavioral issues. By integrating therapy into the daily routine, Wende ensures that mental health care is not an afterthought but a central part of its correctional mission. The strength of these programs is enhanced by Wende's collaboration between mental health professionals and security staff. Correctional officers are trained to recognize signs of psychological distress, escalating tension, or potential crises, enabling them to intervene appropriately and seek professional support when needed. This integration of security and mental health expertise is crucial in a maximum security environment, where even minor lapses in communication or understanding can have serious consequences. Officers and clinicians work together to develop individualized plans, monitor progress, and adjust interventions as necessary, creating a comprehensive system of care and oversight. Wende also places significant emphasis on behavioral management strategies that reduce tension and prevent incidents. Inmates are encouraged to participate in structured programs and activities that promote mental well-being, such as educational classes, vocational training, and supervised recreational opportunities. These programs serve multiple purposes. They occupy inmates' time in constructive ways, provide opportunities for skill development, and foster a sense of purpose and accomplishment. By addressing the psychological and emotional needs of inmates, Wende reduces the likelihood of aggression, rule violations, and self-harm, contributing to a safer, more controlled environment. Another critical aspect of Wende's mental health approach is crisis intervention. The facility has protocols in place for handling acute psychological emergencies, ranging from suicidal ideation to violent outbursts. Mental health professionals and trained officers respond quickly to these situations, utilizing de-escalation techniques, therapeutic interventions, and if necessary, secure medical care. This readiness not only protects the individual inmate but also ensures the safety of the broader prison population and staff. The ability to respond effectively to crises is a hallmark of Wende's integrated mental health and security system. The focus on mental health is complemented by Wende's broader security measures, which remain essential in a maximum security facility. Advanced surveillance technology, controlled movement protocols, and rigorous supervision ensure that the environment remains orderly while mental health programs are delivered. Security and care are not treated as separate functions. Rather, they are interdependent, with strong security creating a stable platform for therapeutic work, and mental health programs reducing the behavioral risks that threaten security. This dual focus distinguishes Wende from facilities that prioritize containment alone, demonstrating a modern, holistic approach to corrections. Furthermore, Wende's mental health programs contribute to the long-term goal of rehabilitation and reintegration. By providing inmates with the tools to manage psychological challenges, build coping strategies, and develop productive habits, the facility helps prepare them for eventual release or transfer. Even within the strict confines of a maximum security environment, Wende recognizes the importance of addressing the human mind, understanding that mental health care is not just a support service but a critical component of effective correctional management. In conclusion, Wende Correctional Facility's commitment to strong mental health programs alongside stringent security measures exemplifies a progressive, comprehensive approach to corrections. By integrating psychological care into every level of operations, from intake assessment and individualized therapy to crisis intervention and staff training, the facility maintains order, ensures safety, and promotes rehabilitation. Mental health and security are not opposing priorities at Wende. They are interwoven elements of a system designed to manage high-risk inmates responsibly, humanely, and effectively. This holistic model serves as a benchmark for other correctional institutions, proving that even within maximum security prisons, care and control can coexist to create a safer and more constructive environment for all. At the heart of Wende Correctional Facility's operations is its unwavering focus on security. As a maximum security prison, Wende is designed to manage a highly complex and potentially volatile inmate population, including high-profile offenders and individuals with histories of violence or behavioral instability. Security at Wende is not simply a matter of fences and locks. It is a sophisticated, multi-layered system that combines architecture, technology, personnel, and procedures to create a controlled, safe environment for both inmates and staff. The physical infrastructure of Wende is a critical component of its security framework. The facility is surrounded by multiple layers of fencing, reinforced gates, and secure perimeters designed to prevent unauthorized entry or escape. Surveillance cameras monitor nearly every area of the prison, providing real-time observation of inmate movement and activity. Alarm systems, motion detectors, and other electronic monitoring technologies complement human oversight, ensuring that potential security breaches are identified and addressed immediately. The design of the prison itself, with strategically placed cell blocks, controlled access points, and secure common areas, reinforces the facility's ability to maintain order and prevent incidents before they escalate. Security at Wende is also heavily personnel-driven. Correctional officers undergo extensive training to handle a wide range of scenarios, from managing violent behaviors to responding to medical emergencies. Officers are skilled in crisis intervention, conflict de-escalation, and tactical response, ensuring that they can act decisively while minimizing harm. Their role extends beyond mere supervision. They serve as the first line of defense in identifying potential threats, monitoring inmate interactions, and maintaining overall stability within the facility. This human element is essential, as technology alone cannot account for the nuances of inmate behavior or the unpredictable dynamics of a high-risk prison population. A cornerstone of Wendy's security strategy is risk assessment and inmate classification. Every individual entering the facility undergoes a thorough evaluation to determine their security level, behavioral tendencies, mental health status, and potential for aggression. This assessment informs decisions about housing placement, access to programs, and movement within the facility. High-risk inmates may be housed in more secure areas with limited contact with the general population, while those deemed lower risk may participate in programs or activities under controlled supervision. By tailoring security measures to each inmate's profile, Wende ensures that resources are effectively deployed and that safety is maintained without unnecessary restriction. Wende also employs strict operational protocols that govern daily life within the facility. Movement is carefully scheduled and monitored, with inmates escorted by officers during transfers between cell blocks, dining areas, recreational facilities, or educational programs. All interactions, both between inmates and staff, are observed to prevent conflicts, contraband exchange, or attempts to undermine security. This regimented structure not only reduces opportunities for violence but also establishes a predictable environment that fosters compliance with rules and procedures. Another key component of Wende's security is its integration of mental health and behavioral monitoring. The facility recognizes that incidents often stem from underlying psychological issues or emotional instability. Mental health professionals collaborate with correctional staff to identify inmates at risk of aggression, self-harm, or disruptive behavior. Programs in anger management, stress reduction, and conflict resolution are integrated into the security framework, reducing tension and promoting a safer environment. This approach underscores the understanding that security is not only about containment but also about addressing the root causes of potentially dangerous behavior. Technology plays a crucial role in Wende's security operations. Surveillance systems, biometric monitoring, and automated alerts allow staff to maintain constant oversight while responding quickly to emerging threats. Advanced communication systems enable rapid coordination between officers, supervisors, and specialized response teams, ensuring that incidents are contained efficiently. Additionally, Wende employs sophisticated contraband detection methods, including searches, screenings, and monitoring of communications, to prevent the introduction of unauthorized items that could compromise safety. Training and preparedness are central to Wende's security philosophy. Officers and staff participate in regular drills, scenario-based exercises, and ongoing professional development to maintain readiness for a wide range of situations. These programs cover everything from emergency evacuations and medical crises to hostage scenarios and large-scale disturbances. The goal is to ensure that staff can respond with precision, maintaining control under pressure while minimizing risks to all individuals within the facility. Importantly, Wende's security measures are not purely punitive. They are designed to protect inmates as well as staff. The combination of surveillance, classification, regimented routines, and mental health integration creates an environment where high-risk individuals can be safely contained without unnecessary exposure to harm. In this sense, security at Wende serves a dual purpose. It maintains order within the facility while creating conditions that allow for rehabilitation, programming, and constructive engagement. Finally, Wende's commitment to security extends to continuous evaluation and improvement. Policies, procedures, and technologies are regularly reviewed and updated to address emerging threats, evolving inmate populations, and lessons learned from past incidents. This proactive approach ensures that the facility remains at the forefront of maximum security operations, capable of managing the challenges inherent in a high-profile, high-risk correctional environment. In conclusion, Wende Correctional Facility's security measures and protocols reflect a comprehensive, multi-layered approach that combines infrastructure, technology, personnel, procedures, and mental health considerations. Security is not treated as an isolated function. It is integrated with every aspect of the facility's operations, from intake and classification to daily routines and crisis response. This holistic strategy ensures that Wende remains a controlled, safe, and effective maximum security institution, capable of managing high-profile inmates and complex challenges while maintaining order, safety, and operational excellence. While Wende Correctional Facility is widely recognized as a maximum security institution with high-profile inmates, one of its most important missions lies in rehabilitation and reintegration. Maximum security prisons are often perceived solely as places of containment and punishment, but Wende demonstrates that even in the most controlled environments, efforts to prepare inmates for eventual reintegration into society are possible and essential. Rehabilitation is not only a moral responsibility, it is also a pragmatic approach to reducing recidivism, promoting public safety, and fostering personal growth among inmates. At the core of Wende's rehabilitation programs is the understanding that inmates are more than their crimes. Many individuals enter the facility with histories of trauma, substance abuse, educational gaps, or behavioral patterns that contributed to their incarceration. Recognizing these underlying factors, Wende has developed structured programs that provide inmates with the tools, skills, and support they need to address these challenges. By focusing on rehabilitation alongside security, the facility works to transform a punitive environment into one that also fosters personal development and accountability. One significant component of Wende's rehabilitative approach is educational programs. Inmates have access to a range of learning opportunities, from basic literacy and GED courses to vocational training in fields such as carpentry, computer skills, or culinary arts. Education is more than a means of passing time. It provides inmates with practical skills that can improve their employment prospects upon release. Studies have shown that educational programs in correctional facilities correlate with lower recidivism rates, and Wende's commitment to learning opportunities underscores its recognition of the transformative power of education within a maximum security setting. In addition to academics, Wende emphasizes vocational and skills training. These programs teach practical skills that can be applied in real-world work environments, from trades to technology-based competencies. Skills development not only prepares inmates for employment but also instills a sense of accomplishment and purpose. By engaging in productive work and training, inmates can shift their focus from disruptive or negative behaviors toward constructive routines, fostering self-discipline, responsibility, and personal growth. Another pillar of rehabilitation at Wende is mental health and behavioral support, which dovetails with security and care measures. Counseling, therapy, and support groups address issues such as anger management, substance abuse, and interpersonal skills. These programs help inmates confront the root causes of their criminal behavior, learn coping strategies, and develop emotional regulation skills. For individuals who have struggled with mental health challenges or untreated trauma, these interventions can be life-changing, equipping them with tools to navigate the stresses of prison life and eventual reintegration into society. Wende also recognizes the importance of structured daily routines and accountability in the rehabilitation process. In a maximum security environment, strict schedules and supervised activities are necessary for security, but they also provide a framework for teaching responsibility, time management, and self-discipline. Inmates learn to follow rules, complete tasks, and participate in organized programs, habits that are critical for success outside the facility. By aligning security with rehabilitative practices, Wende fosters an environment where inmates can develop constructive routines that translate to life beyond prison walls. Community engagement and support are also vital aspects of Wende's reintegration efforts. While the facility itself is secure and isolated, programs are designed to prepare inmates for eventual re-entry into society. This may include pre-release planning, life skills workshops, and reintegration counseling, all aimed at equipping individuals with practical tools to navigate housing, employment, and social responsibilities after release. By preparing inmates for the challenges they will face outside prison, Wende reduces the likelihood of recidivism and helps individuals transition into law-abiding, productive lives. Rehabilitation at Wende is tailored to each inmate's needs. Risk assessments, behavioral evaluations, and psychological assessments guide decisions about which programs are most appropriate for a given individual. High-risk or high-profile inmates may require specialized interventions, while others may benefit more from educational or vocational programs. This individualized approach maximizes the effectiveness of rehabilitative efforts, ensuring that every inmate has an opportunity to engage in meaningful personal development during their incarceration. It is important to note that rehabilitation at Wende is not seen as conflicting with security. On the contrary, rehabilitative programs contribute to a safer environment. Inmates who are engaged in productive activities, education, or counseling are less likely to engage in violent or disruptive behavior. By promoting positive behavior, fostering skill development, and addressing mental health needs, rehabilitation becomes an integral part of the facility's overall strategy for maintaining order, safety, and a controlled environment. Ultimately, Wende Correctional Facility's focus on rehabilitation and reintegration reflects a progressive and comprehensive approach to corrections. Even within a maximum security setting, the institution recognizes the importance of preparing inmates for life after incarceration. Through education, vocational training, mental health support, structured routines, and reentry preparation, Wende equips inmates with the tools they need to succeed beyond the prison walls. By combining security with rehabilitation, the facility demonstrates that even the most challenging correctional environments can serve as places of transformation, personal growth, and hope for a more constructive future. At the core of Wende Correctional Facility's ability to operate effectively as a maximum security institution is the professionalism and training of its staff. No matter how advanced the infrastructure or comprehensive the programs, the success of the facility ultimately depends on the skills, judgment, and dedication of the correctional officers, administrators, and support personnel who manage the day-to-day operations. At Wende, staff are not simply enforcers of rules. They are highly trained professionals who maintain safety, oversee rehabilitation programs, and ensure the smooth functioning of one of New York State's most secure correctional institutions. The first step in Wende's approach to staffing is rigorous recruitment and selection. Correctional officers are carefully vetted to ensure they possess not only the physical abilities required for high-security work but also the emotional resilience, ethical standards, and interpersonal skills necessary to manage a diverse and sometimes volatile inmate population. High-profile inmates, complex security scenarios, and the stresses of maximum security operations require officers who can remain calm under pressure, make rapid decisions, and maintain authority without escalating conflicts. By selecting candidates with the right combination of aptitude, temperament, and professionalism, Wende lays the foundation for an effective workforce capable of maintaining both security and order. Once recruited, staff undergo extensive and ongoing training to equip them for the unique challenges of maximum security correctional work. Training encompasses a wide range of skills, from tactical response and physical intervention to crisis de-escalation and conflict resolution. Officers are taught to recognize behavioral cues, anticipate potential incidents, and respond in ways that prioritize safety while minimizing harm. This training is continuously updated to reflect new techniques, emerging threats, and evolving best practices in correctional management. Wende recognizes that well-trained staff are the most reliable safeguard against incidents, whether they involve violent behavior, medical emergencies, or mental health crises. Professionalism at Wende extends beyond technical skills. Staff are trained in communication, ethics, and leadership, ensuring that interactions with inmates, colleagues, and external stakeholders are conducted with integrity and respect. In a maximum security environment, every interaction carries weight, as misunderstandings or lapses in judgment can have serious consequences. By fostering a culture of accountability, fairness, and professionalism, Wende ensures that staff can effectively manage challenging situations while upholding the facility's standards and reputation. Another critical aspect of Wende's staff training is the integration of mental health awareness. Officers learn to recognize signs of psychological distress, suicidal ideation, or escalating aggression, enabling them to intervene appropriately and coordinate with mental health professionals. This awareness is vital in a facility that houses high-profile and potentially unstable inmates, as timely intervention can prevent incidents and support rehabilitation efforts. Staff are trained to understand the connection between mental health and behavior, allowing them to approach inmates with both caution and empathy, balancing security needs with human considerations. Teamwork and coordination are also emphasized in Wende's professional culture. Correctional officers, supervisors, healthcare providers, and program staff work in close collaboration to manage daily operations. Clear communication, shared protocols, and coordinated response plans ensure that security measures are consistently applied, incidents are handled efficiently, and inmates receive the support and supervision they need. This collaborative approach reduces errors, enhances safety, and reinforces the overall effectiveness of the facility's operations. In addition to initial and ongoing training, Wende invests in continuous professional development. Staff are encouraged to pursue advanced certifications, attend workshops, and participate in scenario-based drills that simulate real-world emergencies. These exercises help officers refine their skills, practice critical decision-making, and maintain readiness for any situation. The emphasis on lifelong learning ensures that the workforce remains adaptable, knowledgeable, and prepared to meet the evolving demands of a high-security prison environment. Staff professionalism at Wende also includes a strong commitment to ethical conduct and accountability. Policies are in place to ensure that officers adhere to legal standards, institutional rules, and codes of conduct. Supervisory structures monitor compliance, and internal reviews evaluate performance, creating a system of checks and balances that reinforces ethical behavior. This accountability is essential in a high-pressure environment where errors or misconduct could have serious consequences for safety, security, and public trust. The professionalism and training of Wende's staff ultimately support the facility's broader goals of safety, rehabilitation, and effective correctional management. Well-trained officers not only maintain order and security but also play a key role in facilitating inmate programs, supporting mental health initiatives, and contributing to a structured environment conducive to rehabilitation. Their expertise and dedication ensure that Wende operates as a model of maximum security management, balancing discipline with care and authority with respect. In conclusion, Wende Correctional Facility's success as a maximum security institution is inseparable from the training, professionalism, and commitment of its staff. From rigorous recruitment to continuous skill development, from ethical conduct to mental health awareness, the workforce at Wende embodies the knowledge, discipline, and integrity necessary to manage one of New York State's most complex correctional populations. Their role is critical in maintaining safety, supporting rehabilitation, and upholding the standards that make Wende a benchmark for excellence in correctional operations. Beyond the walls of Wende Correctional Facility, the institution plays a significant role in the broader community and in the correctional system of New York State. While its primary mission is to ensure security, manage high-profile inmates, and provide rehabilitation, Wende also contributes to public safety, local employment, and policy development, demonstrating that maximum security facilities can have far-reaching effects outside their perimeters. Understanding Wende's community impact requires a look at how the facility interacts with its surrounding environment, the state correctional system, and society at large. One of the most tangible ways Wende affects the community is through employment and economic contributions. As a major correctional facility in Alden, Wende provides jobs for hundreds of local residents, ranging from correctional officers and administrative personnel to medical staff, educators, and counselors. These positions support families, stimulate the local economy, and help build community stability. Beyond direct employment, the facility contracts with local vendors, service providers, and suppliers for food, maintenance, and other operational needs. In this sense, Wende serves as an economic anchor, creating opportunities and supporting livelihoods in the region while maintaining its core mission of correctional management. Wende also contributes to public safety beyond its walls. By securely housing high-profile and high-risk inmates, the facility removes dangerous individuals from society, mitigating the risk of further criminal activity. Its rigorous security protocols and specialized programs reduce recidivism by addressing behavioral, educational, and psychological needs, meaning that inmates are more likely to reintegrate successfully into society upon release. In this way, Wende serves as a proactive institution, not only containing crime but also reducing its likelihood in the future through rehabilitation and structured programming. The facility's approach to rehabilitation and mental health care also has broader societal implications. Wende demonstrates that even maximum security prisons can prioritize humane treatment, mental health, and personal development. By providing structured programs, therapy, and vocational training, the institution helps inmates acquire skills, address past trauma, and prepare for reintegration. These efforts reduce the social and economic costs associated with repeated incarceration and contribute to a safer, more productive society. Wende's success in these areas provides a model for other correctional facilities, influencing policy and shaping best practices across New York State and beyond. Wende's role in the broader correctional system also involves collaboration and knowledge sharing. Staff, administrators, and mental health professionals participate in training initiatives, workshops, and policy development, sharing insights gained from managing high-risk and high-profile inmates. Lessons learned at Wende inform security procedures, rehabilitation strategies, and crisis intervention protocols in other facilities, helping improve the overall effectiveness and safety of the correctional system. This exchange of expertise ensures that Wende's impact extends well beyond its physical location, influencing how correctional institutions operate statewide. Community engagement is another dimension of Wendy's broader role. While direct public access is limited for safety reasons, the facility participates in programs that foster communication and understanding between the prison and the surrounding community. Educational initiatives, awareness campaigns, and partnerships with local organizations help demystify correctional work, encourage volunteer participation, and promote rehabilitative approaches. These efforts bridge the gap between the institution and the public, fostering trust, transparency, and a shared commitment to safety and rehabilitation. Wendy also contributes to research and innovation in corrections. The facility's focus on mental health, structured programming, and high-risk inmate management provides valuable data and case studies for researchers, policymakers, and educators. Insights derived from Wendy inform decisions on security practices, rehabilitation strategies, and mental health interventions in other correctional institutions, extending the facility's influence beyond its immediate population. This role as a center for applied research underscores Wendy's importance not only as a prison but also as a hub of knowledge and expertise in correctional management. Finally, Wendy's broader role is evident in its commitment to public accountability and ethical standards. Operating a maximum security facility with high-profile inmates under constant scrutiny requires transparency, professionalism, and adherence to legal and ethical guidelines. By maintaining rigorous oversight, upholding human rights, and integrating rehabilitation with security, Wendy sets a benchmark for responsible corrections. This commitment reassures the public that the facility is not only protecting the community but also operating in a manner that is fair, humane, and just. In conclusion, Wende Correctional Facility's impact extends far beyond its fences. It contributes to the local economy, public safety, policy development, and the advancement of correctional practices, all while maintaining its core mission of security and rehabilitation. By balancing the demands of high-profile inmate management with the broader needs of society, Wende demonstrates that even a maximum security prison can play a constructive and influential role in the community. Its commitment to professionalism, rehabilitation, mental health, and public accountability ensures that Wende is not only a secure facility but also a critical institution with lasting effects on the safety, knowledge, and well-being of the society it serves.